Hello, everybody. So people keep on asking about cats and their gardens, and they don't like the cats digging in the gardens and crapping in the gardens. And anyways, we have 8 cats on this place. I've always been one. There's old mama cat and Duke. Those 2 are kind of tame, and look at the little kitty. We've got 8 cats on this, 8 adult cats on the place right now, and 4 little kittens. And this is their house, and they can do whatever they want to here. This is an old garage that we've got, and my husband just kind of stuffed things in here that he didn't want to deal with and put them over here. So they've got lots of protection in here. I laid these pallets down so they can get underneath these pallets, and it's great protection for these little kittens. Oh, look at that, ain't that adorable? Anyhow, I, all my life, have never gotten along with cats. And you see there's a little bit of cat food left in their spots here. Duke, let me see that. You, my boy. See, this is, I would probably not pet a cat by choice, but they do this ownership. They own you. Look at that little one. Here's Mama, and she's actually half wild too, and she wants to claim ownership too. And this is not because they like pet it. This is something that they need to do for their thing. And if you want your good cats to stick around, like Mama Cat, she's probably one of my best mousers, then you let them do this. And like I said, I'm that person that probably wouldn't. I'll show you how much I feed them. My sweet spot is about 10 cats around this place, but a couple of them got killed by coyotes or owls. Owls hunt them. And this is our feed house, and this is the middle of the day, so we haven't been in it. But this should be crawling with mice. Every other place that I've ever been, there's some bugs there. And every other place that I've ever been, the feed house has been crawling with mice. And you just put up with it, and you put out a bunch of mouse poison. And nothing. Not a mouse in here. Because we have these 10 cats, and we let them do what they need to do. So, well, here we are. Cat food. I feed them this much cat food. It's a half a coffee can. It's one of the decaf cans. I like decaf. It's a half a coffee can. And since I'm on the subject of feed, every once in a while, about whenever I worm my horse, I keep enough wormer left for about 100 pounds to do the cats. And don't ask me, I'm not a vet, but my cats have all lived through it. And they're healthy and doing really well. But cats patrol out for about a mile of their home place. And so, this home place here, and you can see it's dilapidated buildings, ton of brush. There's all the brush, and there's more I'll show you later. And buildings and vehicles, and my startup garden, and which used to be all weeds. I mean, all that stuff that. Anyways, all the way to the tree range out the back there. That's what they all, you hope that they patrol all that. They do actually, but right around the home place here is where they patrol the most. And like I said, usually when you have mice, you get snakes. And if I'm going to live with one thing or another, I'd rather live with the cats, rather have cats than snakes. Most people get 1 or 2 cats, and then you get, look at this, I've got nothing but brush and places for mice to hide and thrive. And most people get 1 or 2 cats, and then they have all the bad parts of the cat, and not the effectiveness. My cat hers is the most effective thing on this place by far. By far. It's trouble-free, absolutely gives me no problems whatsoever, and costs me $16 a month for one bag of cat feed a day. Here's one thing that I do for my cats. So, cats doing their thing, they are gonna get under the house, and you might as well just deal with it. they're going to get under the house. And here is where I made a spot for them to get under the house so that they can patrol underneath the house. And there's Buck. And Buck chases the cats. Not very much anymore. This year's kind of slacked off. But that's another thing that I do. I just let them be. The dogs are confined in this yard. The cats are outside of it. And, if the dogs want to chase the cats actually egg it on. They'll saunter through this yard here, and pretty soon you have one of the dogs chasing them. And anyhow, Blackjack lives here. He was very sick last year, twice, and he ended up being able to live on the back porch right there. And since then, he's taken residence over here. Well, now you see, this is a flower bed, and I actually just wanted to keep the dogs out of it, but works for the cat too. Cat lays over here where it's nice and soft. See all this stuff. I used to have more wood laying in this thing. I took some of it up, but you see, this is not a comfortable spot for a cat to make a bed. I just make it uncomfortable for them, so they don't make a bed where I want to keep them out of. Okay, so here's our front porch. And my husband is a cat lover, and I don't know why this happens like that, where, you know, morning people and nighttime people are married. Well, a cat lover and a cat hater, and this cat lover had these cats on this front porch, and I mean, the cat shit was like inches thick back there. I mean, just nothing but cat shit back there. And he fed him right there on the porch, and we spent like 2 sacks a week for cat food. And I was like, this is bullshit. You know, make the cats go out and hunt. And so I cut their feed, and I used a hose. Whenever we'd sit on the front porch, I used a hose to go ahead and kick them off of it. And the cats got used to not being on the front porch anymore, and they moved their whole house back over there where I have their feed now, in that garage. And it's got plenty of shelter for them. It's got everything they need. The only thing is it's not convenient to just reach out the front door and feed the cats. You have to actually go to the feed house to go ahead and feed the cat, which is okay by me. I take these sticks. I sit around and in the evening, and I'd make a bunch of these sticks out of branches that I cut down for whatever reason. And wherever I don't want the cats to be, I go ahead and I put a bunch of these sticks in the ground. Like this. These are my peppers. And you see one of them's right there. And here's another one, and there's another one, there's another one. And I just place them far enough apart to where they disrupt what the cat does. When he squats down to take a crap, one of these sticks pokes them in their butt. Now, it doesn't hurt the plants at all. Matter of fact, it actually makes water come down the sticks and go down into the roots a little bit deeper. And all this outside here, that's easy for me to reach. All the whole outside of this ring is stuff that I don't want the cats to get into. But on the inside of this ring, on the inside of this thing, I can't reach it very easily, and so I kind of have just flowers. There's bachelor buttons and those tall little straw flower things. Oh, there's a tomato in there I didn't actually know what to do with. Marigolds and a few weeds. They'll go eventually. Zinnias. All the other outside stuff is my garden stuff. You know, there's beets here. I pulled them, and they did not like me pulling them. And then there's radishes I'm letting go to seed, and there's the onions, and there's carrots, and there's cabbage, and one tomato, and then a couple more tomatoes next to these echinaceas here. And apparently they need a little more water. But right in the middle, there's none of these sticks. You won't see any of them. Just some from last year. Because the cats are allowed to lay in there, and they're allowed to poop in the middle here. Why not? It's just pretty flowers. That's all they are. And they'll be real pretty in the come come summertime. But out here, where I want this stuff where all the stuff is that I actually want to grow, I have the whole ring full of these little sticks, so it keeps the cats out of them. So, like these guys here, they really like these. Oh my gosh, tear the shit out of them. But somehow it actually is good for the plant, because they tore this one all to pieces, and it come back stronger and prettier, and somehow it's just good for the plant. So who cares, you know? Who cares what the cats do? If you don't want them crapping in your, don't say, oh, I don't want the cats to crap in my garden. No, say I don't want the cats to crap where my food garden is, but they can put crap just fine where I just got the pretty flowers, the ones that are just for looks and shits and giggles. None of what the cats are doing this year is going to hurt my bottom line at all. And the dogs patrol this, you know, like I told you, this is their front yard, and dog dish and dog water, and the dogs patrol this, and the cats are supposed to stay out of it. Of course they don't, but that's all right. And then the cats are a little bit sociable. So there's a couple of these guys, even though they're pretty much wild, that like to lay close to us. And I just put the straw down because I was packing straw around some of my flowers here, you know, like all these are just flowers too, you know. And I actually plant, you see that little white bunch of somethings, I think they're called impatiens or something. I bought them and planted them specifically, and I planted some marigolds on the other side of that lay down spot, specifically so I could have a lay down spot for the cat, because that's where he laid last year. That yeller cat is just so sociable. So yeah, I'll put some more straw down over there, because I think in the heat of the summer he's going to quit laying in this one. And that one there is kind of just by mistake, and I kind of need to clean that up so it doesn't look so messy. And I'll put more down there where his laying spot actually is. Our cats patrol these barns down here. This is a shed for the cows to shelter, and then down there is another one. I'm not going to go all the way down there. I have one cat down there we call the Yowlin' cat. He never shuts up, and I will go down there. Hang on. Alright, Yowlin' cat. He's a very unpleasant cat. He was an inside cat, and he, out of all the cats we've had given to us over the years, has never made the switch. He's yowling and he never shuts up. He's annoying, so I moved him down here. Listen, he's always dirty, never cleans himself. Looks like he's already ate all of his feed. I should have brought some down here for him. But I give him a little bitty handful of feed. See, I wouldn't pet this cat if I didn't have to, but he wants to claim ownership. And see, my horse, she's the reason these guys get wormed 4 times a year. And the other cats come down here, and they don't like Yowlin' cat either. He's not really one of them. Well, they don't like each other. They're just drama queens. They're always fighting about something. I mean, always fighting about something. And really, honestly, again, I let the cats do what they want, except for when it bothers me. So when it bothers me when they're on the front porch and they're fighting, I take the hose to them and tell them to get off the front porch. They all learned. They know they're not supposed to fight on the front porch. Hey, smoochers. Yeah, you're my girl. Yes, you are. Such a good girl. So up there's where my house is. You can see the shed in the back row there, and the back of the garage from there too. This is not that big of an area for 10 cats to patrol, but 10 cats take really good care of this. And again, in this, oh, you know, I'm sure we've got raccoons living here too, and I know we have a couple of groundhogs living here, but they're vegetarians, so they don't compete with a cat.